Today, guys, this video has been in the making for all of my life. This is finally a proper setup video. 3 main points I want to bring out. Do not buy this stuff because I have it. I'm going to be as clear as day. You don't need any of this stuff to do what I do. I didn't buy all of this stuff in one go. This is not something I just clapped my hands and it appeared. This is stuff that I've accumulated over the last 10, probably 15 years. I've been on YouTube a long time. And I always make sure to repurpose stuff. I've got stuff all over Matthew's PC, Meadows' PC. I get given stuff. I'm a YouTuber, I'm a creator. I get given. So some of the stuff you're going to see, for example, I'm an Elgato partner. I got sent a few of the things. Most of the Elgato stuff I bought myself. My gaming PC, CPU, motherboard, and graphics card were all sent to me, a courtesy of AMD. And that was because I did a stream for them. So cheers, lads. Without further ado, let's jump into my powerhouse of a PC. This is my editing and recording machine, my main dog. If anything, this is actually the PC that I've had forever, but I've just kind of upgraded it to the point where nothing is old anymore. I'll place the specs throughout this video, and everything I can list through Amazon links, I'll make sure to do so. If you want to check those out, there'll be a link down below in the description. So this is my 64-core, 128-thread Threadripper with an RTX 3090. Absolutely not necessary at all, but why the hell not? Rig. This machine has probably played about 3 games in its lifetime. I don't do it. It's just not the rig I choose to play on. I built this machine for the sole purpose of actually just crushing my tasks. I kept buying graphics cards which were limited by the CPU and bottlenecked and just had so many issues. I hated waiting for render times. As little as that seems, sometimes I used to wait 20 minutes for render time. Back in the day, I used to wait an hour for render time. So I built this machine that can render videos in about 2 or 3 minutes of 1440p, 60 FPS. That's what you do. It's stupid, and I hopefully will have to upgrade it for a very, very long time. So this is what I see when I'm working on a video. 2 super ultra wide stacked monitors with a handy Dell on the side. Now the Dell is important. It's very, very important. Color accuracy on the Samsungs are horrendous. Do not buy these for accurate colors. I still need to get a device to try and fix it a little bit, but try to use any Photoshop, any like video editing stuff, color correction wise, useless. They're crap. The workflow, they're incredible. I have all the space I will ever need. I'm still running out of space, to be fair, but I have more space than I can need right now. The Dell monitors I actually bought in 2015. I actually think I used Need for Speed 2015 YouTube money, like a lot of it, to buy those monitors. And they still serve me to this day. I use both. They're 1440p 75 Hz monitors, and the color is incredible. And I need to adjust them because Dell monitors, in terms of color, are just good. My main editing space was basically created so I'd have no hardware limiting me or slowing the process down. When I get into editing moods, I just want to sit and focus. I want to smash that video out, get it perfect, solid. I sit down and everything has its space and everything works to make the process faster or easier or more efficient. Not over the top, quite minimalistic, very, very useful. So my Palette Gear and Stream Deck both speed up the editing. The Palette Gear has now been discontinued. It's now known as Monogram. It's the same thing. Amazing. Highly recommend. Though honestly, you only need 2 or 3 buttons. I don't use most of it most of the time. Just get the smaller pack. But again, you could just assign keys to the keyboard. You could do shortcuts. You could do whatever you want. Do that over buying these first. Use what you've got. But everything is basically configured so I can sit down, smash out the video in record time, but also record detail and funny meme. Now, I said Dells earlier because I have 2 of those Dell monitors since 2015. This is secondary to my main gaming area. This is basically where I have my capture software. I have scripts. I say script, I loosely bullet point things because I'm really bad at remembering. My brain just... Paired with a Stream Deck XL, of course, yes, 2 Stream Decks, because why not? I've actually got like 4. Basically, they allow me to create transitions while recording and change the lighting without having to get up off my bum, because again, convenience. The light I've currently got on the Stream Deck XL, super wasteful, not updated. I've changed it for the stream room, and of course, I'm going to replicate it over here. I just need to reassign everything. Volume control is mounted at the bottom of the desk so I can change it without even... You don't even notice when I do it. I do it on the fly. It's basically just just a low mid-range amplifier and DAC. And of course, always with Sennheiser headphones, always. Stop using your stupid gaming headsets. That's what's messing your audio up. Okay, to be fair, you could also use an Audio-Technica or something like just one of the proper headphone brands. I made the mistake a few times of buying headphones because they're gaming headphones. That's what everyone uses. So like Turtle Beaches, and I even using Sony headphones. Beats headphones are another horrible offender. Do not edit videos of any kind with any of those headphones. I actually bought some Sony headphones because they were super like cool. Oh my God, they're the next big thing. Put them on, and as much as I love Sony products, they add too much bass, and then I tried to remove the bass, and well, I sounded like I was in the bathroom or something. I feel like I need to make dedicated videos for each of these topics. Why? All consoles and the gaming PC are plumbed into the monitor that's right next to the other Dell. There's no fancy switch, actually, in this setup. I had a switch before, but since everything's now 4K 60 or above most of the time, my stuff is actually running at 4K. I just record it at a lower rate or just downsample it, whatever. And I actually have a mega fancy fiber optic cable, which is why I haven't tested another switch yet, because otherwise it just wouldn't, a normal HDMI would not reach from this end of my room to that end of my room. And because you're here, microphone. This again is one of those that I've built up over time, chosen different microphones. You may have heard I still currently have two. I use an Elgato Wave 3 in the streaming office, and this, of course, is not. This is my mic of choice. This is the mic that I would recommend to any content creator, gaming content creator, I must specify, any content creator at all, to be honest. It's a dynamic microphone, which basically means if I go over here, you're going to hear me less and less. And if I was a loud aircon, it's basically going to pick up a hell of a lot less. And that's why I got it. A portable AC system is all I could have. And so it still annoyed me. So I still turned off the AC and died. Now, phone panels. This is something that's in every single YouTuber setup. These ones are a little bit sexier, you may have noticed. But I can't find them. They're gone. They're just, honestly, they're gone. All they do, just so you know, they're not for the sake of sound deadening in the way that you think. They're not going to make the sound not escape. If you covered your room in them, it'll just make it very hot, which is already probably hot if you're a gamer, because it's, yeah. They basically just make it so there's less echo, which I still have some in here because I've yet to fill the room properly with them. Also, yes, I use an A7R as my webcam with a cam link. Very highly recommend. It's also using a Sony 50mm lens. Again, highly recommend. Oh, and actually, I didn't film a clip for this. These panels here, they're just for looks. They're pretty sexy. Again, no idea where they've gone. Anyway, back to the PC gaming. This is my gaming machine. I don't want to call it a gaming rig because I hate that. It's not just for gaming. It's just a PC. So basically, this is the machine that's pumped into my Elgato and recorded with my main machine. As I said, this PC was basically given to me other than a few hand-me-down parts. I've listed different memory on the Amazon because it doesn't matter. I don't know where to find this memory anymore. Just get any. Bit overkill for 1440p, I would say, especially the CPU side of things, because we're going with an AMD Ryzen, which is with, what is it, 8 core? I think it's an 8 core, so 16 thread. But again, I wanted to upgrade for a while. And of course, the console sat right next to it looking sexy. Well, one of them is. I actually might be moving the Xbox Series X out of the office downstairs or something in the future, just because I don't think it needs to be there when I've got a PC, you know? Like, I play the Xbox games on PC now. Well, I can, but I don't. I don't know why. But that's the majority of my stuff. But I don't want to end it there. There's some bits that I kind of want to talk about that are kind of overlooked things. When you work in a space such as this, lighting is super important. Of course, Elgato key lights, which are controlled by my Stream Deck. Very, very cool. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about lighting for you. Yes, the LED lighting is super sexy, but when you paint a room black, for example, or it's very dark in general, you need to be wary of your vision. Pull the blinds up, okay? Just make sure that you're not in this dark room with a bright screen in your face and nothing but. You need to add a bit of light to the room, whether that be a ceiling light that's a bit better, just normal lights pointing against the wall, bouncing off. Trust me, my eyes are brokey, okay? And another thing to remember is that this equipment runs hot. If I turn the AC off, okay, which in the UK, we don't have AC, so this is a big thing I need to point out to people. as you start to add stupid equipment like this, even just a PC, one PC, and it's running all day playing games, your room is going to get hot. Get a portable air conditioning unit if you're going to be filming, especially, because, mate, I promise you, I've probably done some permanent damage to myself. I remember the pain of the heat, and my God. I'm talking about creeping 40 degrees Celsius some days in streaming, trying to keep a straight face. I'm like, yes! This is fine. Don't do that to yourself. So, of course, I installed a proper air conditioning unit now that I've bought a house. But again, that's something that you should really remember and consider. Anyway, bringing it back to function and form, the IKEA pegboards. Oh, they're famous. They're basically worldwide famous. Basically, I use mine to store memory cards and USB drives and little bits that I'm definitely going to lose, like cables. I'll hang up like charging cables because sometimes I forget to put my controller on the dock and then I need to charge it while filming a video. It's also nice to have USB drives with the Windows installation files on because I tell you the amount of Frankenstein PCs I build, there's a lot. And as for your PC hardware, make sure you keep it safe. Like, I'm telling you, put it in that box and keep hold of it if you don't want to sell it, because I promise you, you will build multiple machines out of it. I built Matthews, Meadows, and some of my own, for example, the one in the streaming room, PCs, based on extra parts that I've taken out of my main rig, taken out of commission. They will have a use, but also you can sell things. So do that probably. I've not mentioned my racing rig or anything in the streaming room, but I worked out that the total of this is about £21,000. What the hell have I done with my life? But no, as I said, this is over the process of at least the oldest thing I can think is 6 years old in here. And I'm ignoring all the cables and adapters and everything because that's, you don't want to listen to that all day. But if you want to know about monitor mounts and things like that, oh, also the ultra wide looking clock. Yeah, I know that's a fan fave. That's like 15 quid on Amazon. That's going to be linked as well, so don't you worry. But there you go. That's my setup video as it is right now. I've got a brand new rig coming, as in racing rig. So cool. And I'm working on the stream room still. So should I do videos of those two things? Make sure to let me know. Be sure to smash like, subscribe if you are new. And yeah, wow, that's a lot of money. Until next time, peace.